You now, please, because this is a Bible study, as all of my sermons are, would you please come to Genesis chapter 8 and verse 1. Here we start. But God remembered Noah and all the wild animals and the livestock that were with him in the ark, and he sent a wind over the earth, and the waters receded. Please, would you notice with me the first words here? What are these words? The first two words. Say them with me. But God. I want you to notice the preceding verse to give us the context. Chapter 7, verse 24, the waters flooded the earth for 150 days. What do you think it was like in a boat with lots of animals and no seasickness tablets for this long period of time? Here we have on record the greatest disaster and catastrophe that ever happened in the history of the human race. A flood that wiped out possibly tens of millions of people, changed the old world. And so in chapter 7, you have this graphic picture of an unparalleled disaster. And then after this unparalleled disaster, you have two words, but God. I thank God for those two words. God is trying to tell us something here. He is saying, whatever the disaster, never forget, but God. Have you ever heard somebody say, this happened to me? I went to the doctor today and he has diagnosed that I have terminal cancer. I would say to that person, the news is bad, but God. Amen. But God. Another person says, my home is falling apart. I'm going through a divorce. I know that God does not want it. I feel guilty. My heart is torn in a million pieces. I say to such a person, but God. But God. Another person says, I've had a financial disaster. I thought everything was secure, but my company that was in charge of my retirement funds has gone belly up. It has gone broke, and I don't know what to do. I say to that person, even though there is a flood of overwhelming proportions in your life, but God. Amen. Never take God out of the equation. Because when God is in our lives, we can endure whatever the devil may throw at us. Nothing is impossible, even though the business seems to be on the rocks. The promise is, things are bad, but God. And when God is there, nothing is uncertain and nothing is impossible. Amen. So I want you all who are going through a flood and your lives seem to be in a turmoil and you've been cooped up in the ark, but God. Please read on.